your grip will not dictate your release, but it has a huge factor in playing on what kind of release style there is, okay? You can, now when I say release style, it means what your wrists and arms have to do to make this club face come back to square and to stay square throughout the shot, okay? So if you have a weaker grip, it's gonna lead to tendencies. If you have a stronger grip, it's gonna lead to other tendencies, okay? So what I like to see, just a general basic starting point, is same thing. This club face starts square, about a degree of forward shaft lean, okay? Start off with your shoulders pretty level. Take your left elbow and face it towards the target, okay? So that's called internal rotation. We're gonna talk about that later. So take your left elbow, point towards the target. Go ahead and grab, keeping that there, grab the club with your left hand and work it in with your fingers, keeping everything right there. Keep that club face square, keeping that elbow there, okay? You should see about 2 knuckles, maybe 3. Okay, you shouldn't see 4, you shouldn't see 1. You should see 2 or 3 knuckles on this left hand, okay? That's where I want your left hand. Now your right hand, okay, go ahead and set it up. Take this palm and make it face right, just nice and flat, right at the target, okay? This right arm, just let it be hanging down. This right forearm should be kind of angled at the shaft a little bit, right here. Go ahead and take that, put it right underneath that left hand, and go ahead and take your grip. So it's nice and square right here, okay? This is a good starting point for everything, because now this right hand can feel nice and square at the back of the ball and that club face be square, and this left arm can come into it internally rotated, which is a huge part of keeping this club face stable through the shot. Now the things to worry about is you don't want to set up with your left shoulder too high. We don't want to set up like this. You don't want to set up with your right elbow externally rotated and under, because then you're going to have to come back into it like this to be square. You want to set up with them both kind of already internally rotated a little bit, right in here. Arms, elbows a little more bent, shoulders a little softer. Not here, nice in here. Left hand square, grab it. Right hand square, grab it. And then go by to check, because we'll get into this later, go by to check your grip on the course. If you go to an impact position and you go walk it through and try and square it up, it should feel like you didn't do a whole lot with your hands and that club face is still very square. If you did that same thing and this club face was open like this, go ahead and square that club face up, keeping your hands in the same spot, re-grip, go back to setup, and that should get you right back on track.